This isn't about physical harm or anything malicious. It's about understanding how emotional dynamics work and how certain actions can influence the way people feel about you. There are two approaches to this. One that leads to positive, healthy outcomes. Let's call it the heaven approach. And one that's manipulative and toxic, which we'll call the hell approach. Let's break it all down. The heaven approach, building respect and attraction. The heaven approach is all about creating healthy dynamics that foster respect, attraction, and emotional connection. Here are the key strategies. The gift of absence. One of the most powerful tools in any relationship is space. When you're constantly around someone, they can start to take you for granted. By creating some distance, you give them the opportunity to miss you and appreciate your presence. This doesn't mean playing games or disappearing for no reason. It's about having your own life, your own interests, and not being overly available. Absence allows people to process the memories they've created with you, and it strengthens the bond. But remember, this only works if there's trust. Without trust, absence can lead to suspicion or insecurity. The thought of walking away. This is about setting boundaries and showing that you value yourself. If someone disrespects you, they need to know that you're willing to walk away. This doesn't mean threatening to leave over every little disagreement. It's about making it clear that you won't tolerate being treated poorly. When people know you're willing to walk away, they're more likely to respect you and value the relationship. Punish disrespect. Disrespect should never be ignored. The first step is to address it directly. Have an honest conversation about what's bothering you. If the behavior continues, create some distance. And if it still doesn't change, be prepared to walk away for good. This isn't about being harsh or punitive. It's about teaching people how to treat you. Respect is earned, and it's maintained by setting clear boundaries. Honest critique. Constructive feedback is essential in any relationship. If someone is doing something that bothers you or is harmful, address it. Be honest, but also be kind. The goal is to help them grow, not to tear them down. When done correctly, honest critique can strengthen the relationship and build mutual respect. Have a life. This might be the most important point of all. Having your own life, your own goals, hobbies, and passions makes you more attractive and interesting. It also prevents you from becoming overly dependent on the relationship. Independence is key to maintaining a healthy dynamic. When you have a fulfilling life outside the relationship, it naturally creates a sense of respect and admiration. The hell approach, manipulation, and toxic tactics. Now let's talk about the hell approach. This is where things get dark and manipulative. These tactics are designed to create dependency, insecurity, and emotional turmoil. While they can be effective in the short term, they're ultimately harmful and unsustainable. Here's how they work. Create or exploit wounds. Everyone has insecurities or past traumas. The manipulative approach involves identifying these vulnerabilities and using them to your advantage. This could mean making subtle jabs about their insecurities, comparing them to others, or being unpredictable to create anxiety. For example, if someone feels insecure about their intelligence, you might make a comment that highlights their perceived weakness. This creates a sense of inadequacy and makes them more dependent on your validation. Unfulfilled desires. Many people carry unmet needs or fantasies from their past. The manipulative approach involves tapping into these desires and presenting yourself as the person who can fulfill them. For example, if someone always wanted to feel admired or loved in a way they never experienced, you position yourself as the answer to that void. This creates a strong emotional pull, but it's based on manipulation rather than genuine connection. Exaggerate dissatisfaction. This tactic involves amplifying someone's unhappiness in their current situation. Whether it's their job, relationship, or personal life, you highlight and exaggerate the negatives to make them feel worse. Once they're focused on their dissatisfaction, you position yourself as the solution, the person who can make things better. This creates a dependency on you, but it's built on exploiting their unhappiness. Jab at identity. This is one of the most toxic tactics. It involves undermining someone's sense of self by attacking their identity. For example, you might make them feel like they're not man enough or good enough by comparing them to others. This creates deep insecurities and a desire to prove themselves to you. While this can make someone more invested in the relationship, it's incredibly damaging in the long run. Push them away. Being unpredictable, alternating between closeness and distance, keeps people emotionally hooked. One day, you're fully engaged and attentive. The next, you're distant and unavailable. This creates confusion and anxiety, making them work harder to win your attention and approval. It's a classic manipulation tactic, but it's also incredibly toxic. The choice is yours. At the end of the day, the heaven approach builds healthy, respectful relationships, while the hell approach creates toxic, manipulative dynamics. The choice is yours. Do you want to build connections based on trust, respect, and mutual growth? Or do you want to rely on manipulation and control? Choose wisely, because the way you treat others will ultimately shape the kind of relationships you have.